18 Quaint Cottage garden designs bursting with color. Today's yards tend to favor grass over flowers and shrubs, particularly in the front. For those of us who love gardening and the careful planning and care that goes into creating a thriving garden, a front yard without flowers just isn't quite right. For bold color and dense, and slightly overgrown gardens, look no further than a cottage-style garden. Cottage-style gardens are carefree, slightly overgrown, and absolutely bursting with color. They go well with any style house, but a cottage garden never looks more natural than around an old, small cottage. We're pleased to present a selection of beautiful cottage gardens that look as though they've been transported from the English countryside. These designs are all very typical of cottage gardens, and you'll see some of the most popular features, including climbing vines, arbors, decorative items, rustic paths, and overflowing garden beds filled with ornamental flowers, edibles, and herbs. The flowers used vary, of course, according to your location, but cottage gardens should always have a mixture of natives and exotics, with varying sizes, colors, and shapes. This beautiful cottage has a brick chimney, thatch roofing, and a rustic pathway that divides as it nears the front door. The walkway is rimmed by expanses of brightly colored wildflowers and overgrown shrubbery. An iron lamp post sits just beyond the planting beds, and provides ample light during the evening hours. No neighbors are visible through the trees and shrubs, giving this home a solitary atmosphere. The slightly curved brick wall around this cottage home has a single gate blocking the walkway from the street, lending a further quaint feel to the home's curb appeal. Above the short wall are the tops of untrimmed shrubs and hedges, along with several trees. Closer to the home, topiaries and hanging baskets lend further color to the yard. To the rear of the home's property is a small white picket fence. A cottage with an absolutely enormous front garden filled to the brim with wildflowers, hedges, shrubs, and flowering trees. The center of the yard is manicured grass, providing a play area and space to walk by to water the garden. To the left is a raised concrete planter filled with even more flowers. Behind the home are tall trees, shading the rear of the home. You shouldn't be in direct sunlight for at least a half an hour. You also need to be using a shade that is a bit cooler than your preferred outcome. If you wanted a pure shade, for instance, you'd be better using an ash or natural ash blend to achieve your preferred color. To do so, all you have to do is mix your preferred shade with the corresponding ash shade. An ash shade is essential to counteract the warmth which will be revealed during the lightening process. Rather than deciding on a slightly cooler color, you could also mix a number of the equivalent ash shade into your preferred color and apply the shade as is. There may be free fixes for your lighting problems, and you may be able to prevent spending anything on lighting initially. Dim lighting will cause you to feel relaxed and simply. Bright lighting may cause you to feel energetic. It is possible to choose directional lighting here as a way to create the very best light for the room. Huge amounts of light are essential to provide for an authentic coral reef. You should make sure you switch off the lights when you aren't using them so you conserve energy in the house. The optimal solution is to place a low wattage light in a floor lamp near the television. For instance, a fluorescent light doesn't move upon the ceiling as the day continues, and a window doesn't move around the room. Natural light isn't necessary, but may be nice. These lights must be properly disposed when it's no longer used and is advised to be thrown away separately from general waste. Mirror lights ought to be on the face of the mirror, not on the top.